Every year, thousands of gardeners plant pumpkin seeds exactly the way the packet says. And many of those seeds never sprout at all. Some quietly rot underground. Some sit there for weeks doing nothing. The surprising part is this: most of those failures happen before the seed ever starts growing. But this exact ritual can help your pumpkin seeds sprout up to 5 times faster than the normal way. This is not a trick. It is not folklore. It is applied biology, using things already in your kitchen. If you have ever planted a seed and watched it rot, or sit in the soil and do nothing, this video is for you. Maybe you followed every instruction on the seed packet and your pumpkin still never came up. That is not a failure on your part. Most seed packets leave out the real biology entirely. By the end, you will understand exactly why each step works, not just what to do. We will also tell you straight away which parts are proven science and which parts are still being tested. No false promises, no exaggerated claims. Just the actual mechanisms explained clearly, 1 step at a time. 6 steps, 1 ritual, real biology behind every single one. Let us walk through it together. Step 1 is fermentation. Soak your seeds in warm water for 24 hours. This step helps remove leftover pulp from the seed surface and may reduce natural compounds that slow germination down. Wild pumpkin seeds ferment inside the rotting fruit before they ever touch soil. Inside that rotting fruit, natural microbes slowly work on the pulp and the outer layer. We are simply copying nature in a clean jar on your kitchen counter. Use a glass jar, not plastic. Plastic can trap bad bacteria that you do not want. Keep the jar in a warm spot around 70 degrees so fermentation happens evenly. After 24 hours, drain the water and rinse the seeds under clean, cool water. The seed coat should feel noticeably softer and cleaner. That is exactly the result you want. Now that the seed surface is clean and softened, the next step prepares it for water and air. Step 2 uses apple cider vinegar to soften the hard outer seed coat. Mix 1 part vinegar with 4 parts water. Soak the seeds for 15 minutes only. The mild acid breaks down the tough shell, so water and air can reach the seed inside faster. In nature, this same softening happens slowly through rain, soil acids, and weather over many weeks. We are speeding up that exact same chemical process using a kitchen ingredient and a timer. Do not soak longer than 15 minutes. Longer exposure is not better. It can weaken or harm the embryo inside. Set a real timer for this step. Even 5 extra minutes can damage delicate inner tissue. Rinse well after this step. Vinegar should never touch the next stage. After rinsing, the seed coat should feel slightly thinner and easier to press with light pressure. With the coat softened, the seed is now ready to absorb oxygen directly. Step 3 uses diluted hydrogen peroxide to deliver extra oxygen to the seed. Mix 1 part 3% peroxide with 8 parts water. Soak for 10 minutes only. That extra oxygen wakes up the process the seed uses to produce energy for growth, called cellular respiration. A dormant seed normally waits for soil oxygen levels to slowly rise on their own. By adding oxygen directly through the soak, you remove that waiting period almost entirely. This early boost is part of why germination speeds up so noticeably. Peroxide also has a mild disinfecting effect, which lowers the risk of mold during this stage. Do not use old or expired peroxide. Weak peroxide gives weak results, and strong peroxide can burn the seed. Rinse thoroughly again before moving to the next step. The seed is now clean, softened, and oxygen primed. Next, it needs protection while it grows. Step 4 combines aloe vera gel with a small amount of raw honey. Aloe vera holds moisture close to the seed and contains natural enzymes that support early growth. That gel acts like a thin, protective layer, keeping the seed from drying out too fast. Honey is not a hormone. Let us be clear and accurate about that. Honey works as a natural antimicrobial and antifungal shield around the seed. This protective layer helps stop the rot and mold that ruins so many home germination attempts. Most failed seeds do not fail from lack of effort. They fail from fungus in damp soil. This honey shield is your direct defense against exactly that problem. Coat each seed lightly. A thin layer is enough. Too much can suffocate the seed. A properly coated seed should look lightly glossy, not dripping or pooling with liquid. With the seed cleaned, primed, and protected, It is ready for one final biological signal. Step 5 uses thermal shock to break the seed's natural dormancy signal. Place your coated seeds in a warm spot around 85 degrees for 2 hours. Then move them to the refrigerator for exactly 1 hour. This temperature swing mimics natural seasonal shifts that tell a seed it is safe to grow. In the wild, seeds often sense a warm spring day followed by one cool night before sprouting. That pattern signals winter has passed, and growing conditions are finally safe. It is a small shock with a strong biological signal behind it. After the cold hour, let seeds return to room temperature before the final step. You will not see a visible change yet, and that is normal. This signal works internally, not on the surface. The seed has now received every signal it needs. The final step is optional, and we want to be honest about it. Step 6 is the most experimental step in this ritual, and we will be honest about that. Gentle physical agitation can help loosen the outer seed coat and improve contact with moisture. That part is solid and well understood in basic seed science. The added idea that sound vibration itself speeds up growth is still unproven. No strong, repeated study currently confirms that sound alone changes how fast a seed sprouts. We include this step because it is low risk, not because it is guaranteed science. If it does nothing extra, you have lost 10 minutes. If it helps, that is a bonus. Place seeds near gentle, low vibration for 10 minutes. If you want to try it, here is the system behind these 6 steps, so it actually makes sense. If your past seeds rotted in soil, it was likely a coating problem. Fermentation and vinegar solved that. If your seeds simply never sprouted, it was likely an oxygen or dormancy problem. Peroxide and thermal shock solved that. If your seedlings came up weak, it was likely a pathogen problem. The aloe and honey shield solves that. This is not 6 random tips stacked together. It is a system where each step solves one specific failure point. That is the real difference between a science-backed ritual and a list of internet hacks. Most gardening guides skip steps like this because they take more time than a quick tip. That extra effort is exactly why this ritual works when simpler methods have failed you before. And to be fully transparent, 5 of these 6 steps rest on solid, testable biology. The 6th step, acoustic priming, is included as a low-risk experiment, not a proven method. That honesty is exactly what makes the other 5 steps trustworthy. A real botanical guide should tell you what is proven and what is still being tested. Think of this ritual less like a recipe and more like a small home laboratory. Each step is a controlled adjustment designed to remove one specific obstacle a seed normally faces. When you stack 5 proven adjustments together, the combined effect is what creates that 5 times speed difference. It is not magic. It is simply biology, applied with patience and precision. One honest note before you begin. This ritual is built for raw, untreated seeds. If your seeds are commercially coated fungicide-treated, pelleted, or very old, some steps may behave differently. In those cases, start with fresh, untreated seeds whenever possible for the most reliable result. You now understand something most backyard gardeners never learn. Germination is not luck. It is chemistry. You know why each step works, not just what each step is. That knowledge is what turns a hobbyist into a grower who actually controls their results. No more guessing. No more wasted seeds. No more wondering what went wrong. But germination is only the beginning. A strong seedling can still fail later during vine growth and fruit set. That is the next problem most pumpkin growers run into, and most never see it coming. A seed can sprout perfectly and still produce a weak vine or no fruit at all. In the next video, we walk through the exact ritual for strong vine health and reliable fruit set. If you want pumpkins that actually make it to harvest, that video is where this story continues. Subscribe if you want the rest of this ritual, one science-backed step at a time. Remember, this ritual is not about one miracle ingredient working alone. It is about several small, proven improvements working together, giving your seed its best possible start. Your garden deserves more than guesswork. Give it the science it has been missing.